Folks, we are at the JJ report. We're at the PCC. And look who we have here.
Oh, look who we have here. You caught me
Jill Vogel.
Gulping my water because I'm super thirsty, and we are on the trail now 24 hours a day, living out of a car, drinking and eating everywhere we can. And I am super grateful to be interviewed.
Jill, we met Jill at the public library in Virginia Beach, what, 6 months ago, Jill? When you were in the primary?
I think it was in like May, maybe April or May.
Yeah.
And we had our debate in the primary, and you and I had a really, really fun.
And for our audience, and actually I was really happy that you would grant me that interview. Tell our audience you are a senator. You're from what, Fauquier County?
Right, so I'm a state senator. Right. I've been in the Senate of Virginia for 10 years, serving a part of the Shenandoah Valley and a little part of Loudoun County. It's a big district. I represent 7 different counties, and my experience in the Senate has been wonderful. I have made it all about making Virginia a well-managed state, doing great constituent service, and that is what has brought me here now to run for Lieutenant Governor, because there is so much work that we desperately need to do, and we desperately need strong statewide leadership with a vision that will push Virginia forward, make us the most modern, best managed state with the most competitive business climate, so that people will want to come to Virginia and stay in Virginia, the people who are here, so that as a mom of young children, when my children graduate, they'll have jobs in Virginia and great opportunities the way I did when I was growing up in Virginia.
Tough primary, you had 3-way race. What do you think put you over the top?
I think hard work put me over the top, and the fact that, again, I had a message and a vision that I think was relatable. People understood exactly what it was that I stood for. People don't always agree with everything that you believe in, but if you're always 100% honest and you take strong positions, people will respond well and support you, even if they don't agree with you on everything, but they always feel confident that they know where you stand. So I've taken strong positions. And again, I have a history, so if people want to know, like, what do you believe, and you know, how do I know that you're going to do what you say you're going to do? Well, guess what? I've got a record of 10 years fighting in the Senate for things like tax reform and regulatory reform and better transportation infrastructure. I'm an ethics lawyer, and I've introduced countless ethics bills for ethics reform and redistricting reform. I've been an advocate for women and children, fighting against domestic violence, advocating for children with autism, working on issues related to cancer. So I have a long history, and so people who want to know, is this person going to do something? I've done something.
Okay, and you come into Hampton Roads. Virginia Beach is a city of 500,000. It seems like the city, the state is divided almost into 3 or 4 different sectors. What do you find in the voters in this area, or what have you on your trail here?
So I would say that I believe that no matter where you go in Virginia, whether it's the Valley or whether it's Southwest Virginia or whether it's the beach or Northern Virginia, the issues are almost exactly the same. And really, they transcend politics, which is, I believe, how I've been able to do well in this race, because the issues that really matter to all Virginians are not Republican issues or Democratic issues or Green Party issues. They're issues that affect everybody. And I've taken strong positions on things like healthcare, which is probably the biggest issue right now. No matter where you go in Virginia, it affects everybody. And my position is that we need healthcare that's more accessible and more affordable, and that we desperately need more competition to drive costs down. My opponent in this race, who's running for lieutenant governor on the Democratic side, his position is government-run, single-payer health care, where it would all be taken over by the Commonwealth of Virginia, and 5 million people would lose their private health insurance. I can assure you that most Democrats don't agree with that. For sure, independents don't support that, and obviously Republicans don't. So I think that's the way I have actually had a broad message and had broad appeal, because I'm talking about issues that really affect families. They affect businesses. And so, you're talking about, is the state divided in terms of politics and what they care about based on region? And the answer is really no. They care a lot about healthcare. They care a lot about taxes, the regulatory environment, helping the economy, jobs. Another big differentiator in my lieutenant governor's race is where I am with respect to jobs, growing the economy, expanding energy infrastructure. My opponent is 100% opposed, which is why he's lost the support of Democrats, which is why Democrats have taken him off some of their literature recently, because they're losing support from the big pro-jobs people that have been big supporters of theirs in the past, some unions that want energy investment, expansion of jobs and infrastructure. They've said, we can't support you if you don't take that guy off your literature. So again, that's a big differentiator in my race, and why I believe that we have the ability to win And we're reaching beyond our Republican base, but reaching into Democrats and independents who believe desperately that Virginia needs to take a stronger, more aggressive approach to being more competitive, working harder on healthcare, working harder on our tax climate.
Great. Thanks, Ms. Vogel. We really appreciate the time. And good luck on the trail. 17 days. Any last words for our Virginia audience?
I would just say to all of your audience, I would love to have your support, and I hope you'll go vote on November 7th. It is so important, and elections in Virginia are very, very close. The Attorney General's race 4 years ago was won by 167 votes, by millions of votes that were cast. So don't think your vote doesn't count. It really matters. So I beg you, I would love to have your support, and I beg you to go vote on November 7th.
Thanks, Jill Vogel. Good luck on the campaign trail.
Thank you.
That's the JJ Report, guys. See you next time.